guys! So today I'm gonna be taking a, couple hour break from WrestleMania week because I got something in the mail today that I was not supposed to get until tomorrow. And here she is. I am seriously so excited right now. Like, guys, look at that. Look at that gorgeous palette. I don't know what to say. This thing is so heavy and it's so luxurious feeling. I think I'm just gonna put it on my eyes. I'm not a huge fan of swatching because I feel like pigments stick to like the oils of your fingers and it doesn't come off on your hand great, and I would much rather just put them on my eyes and test them out that way. So with that being said, if you would like to see my thoughts and the color reveals and everything on the eyes of the new Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I have you guys zoomed in a little bit. I can't zoom in anymore, otherwise it's just gonna ruin the quality of the video. I learned that the last video, that for whatever reason on my camera, when I zoom in, the image gets super fuzzy and it's so annoying, and it's looking like I'm gonna need another camera. It's just not holding up to what I thought it was gonna be. So any recommendations, let me know. But we're just gonna jump right into it. So the first color I'm gonna go into is Minty. And I'm gonna take this on my Farrah 35E brush. Dip into it. Oh my goodness. There is quite a bit of fallout. You guys can tell. But let's see how the pigment is and the blend. And hopefully you guys can see. I'm really sorry that I can't zoom in anymore. It's just gonna ruin the footage and I don't want that. So we're gonna go in here, start blending that on. I'm gonna use this color as the transition shade. Pretty color. And it blends really nicely. Now, I do want to make a point to disclaim a little bit here. So, I am 1000% a fan of Jeffree. I am. I follow his every launch. You know, I try to make sure that, you know, I'm up to date on what's going on with his brand and stuff like that. And of course, I watch him on YouTube, obviously. And I am a really big fan. This palette was not sent to me like in PR or anything. I bought this with my own money. And the launch, it was a mess. It wasn't a mess on Jeffree's part. It was a mess because we all wanted this palette so bad that we crashed his website. His website was down for, I think, like a half hour to 45 minutes. I got on my computer as soon, it was 10 o'clock here when it launched. So I got on my computer as soon as 10 o'clock hit and I had it in my cart and I went to go press the press to pay or whatever button it was. And that's when I got the screen that said, you know, we're sorry, you know, we're having some difficulties or whatever, but don't refresh because you'll lose your spot in line. So me, my 3-year-old and my 4-year-old were upstairs in my room where we are right now and just waiting on this screen. And just waiting and waiting. My 4-year-old, she gets into makeup just as much as I do. And I kept telling her, if you see the screen go black, make sure you wiggle the mouse so that we don't, like, lose our spot. And every time the screen would go black, she'd be like, no, I want Jeffree Star makeup. And she'd go over and she'd wiggle the mouse. And then I think it was like almost 11 o'clock. And finally the screen popped up where you could pay for your items. Now, if this wouldn't have happened, and if the website wouldn't have crashed, I guarantee you this pallet would have been sold out in the first 10 minutes. But because of the website crashing, you know, it was a little longer of a wait for everybody. And I give really strong props to Jeffree and his team and everything for really making sure that everybody got through in a timely manner. Yeah, we all had to kind of wait almost an hour, but I mean, at least it wasn't sold out. At least we still got our stuff. So the next color, I think I'm gonna go into, I want to use as many colors out of this palette as I can. So I think I'm gonna go into I'm Cold. It's like this baby blue shade. And there's not nearly as much fallout in that shade. And I'm gonna put this just a little lower than that minty shade. These colors are blending really nice. You know, these colors are kind of softer, which is good. That's what I wanted. They're transition shades. So then next I'm gonna go into Blue Blood. And there's quite a bit of fallout on there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I mean, I don't necessarily mind fallout as long as the pigment is there and long as the blend is there. So that doesn't mean anything to me. The fallout thing doesn't mean anything to me. Just for the people watching, if fallout is a big thing for you, this does have a little bit of fallout. And that's another reason why I didn't start with any base makeup on today, is so that if there was fallout, I can wipe it off and I can start fresh on my base. So I'm gonna take the Blue Blood shade, and again, I'm just gonna keep this a little lower than those other two shades. It's gonna be the majority on basically the top of my eyelid and the outer corner. And very true to its color too. All these shades are coming off really true to what they look like in the pan. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with that original brush and I'm gonna tap into Minty and I'm Cold and just go back over those edges, because I think we lost them a little bit. I zoomed you guys in a little more just because I really need you to see what's going on. If the video quality is not great, I'm really sorry. I'm really gonna try to work on it. I'm doing the best I can right now with what I have. So right now I'm just blending that Minty and I'm Cold. Try to blend it in with that Blue Blood shade. And it blends really nice. So now on a small little pencil brush, I'm going to take Flourishing. It's like a green color. And I'm really gonna tap off the excess. And I'm going to define my crease with this, so that way when I cut my crease, it has a little bit of definition to it. It looks like a mess right now, but I'm hoping it'll come through in the end. Okay, and then with that same little pencil brush, I'm going to take Cremated. Get it in camera here. This little guy. And this is like a, it looks kind of like a dark olive green in the pan. And I'm just gonna define the crease again. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut my crease and I'm going to use a flat synthetic brush and my concealer to do so, and I will be right back. Okay, creases are cut. We're looking good. Now we're gonna go in for the lid color. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Ocean Ice, and my concealer is still tacky. I haven't set it or anything, so I wanted to make sure the pigment would stick. I'm gonna take it on a flat brush. Maybe I'll spritz it a little bit. And then I'm gonna pack this on the outer corner, kind of going into a wing a little bit. So with this shade, you do get quite a bit of fallout. It's very, I wouldn't say powdery, but it's very glittery, so it's falling apart easily. A lot of fallout. You can even tell on my crappy camera. There's a lot of it all right here, all underneath there. It's a very, very glittery shade, and I think that's where the problem lies, is that it's so glittery that it just falls apart when you start putting it on your eye. It is pigmented, it's just, it's hard to get on your eye a little bit, but it's workable. So we're gonna move on to the next shade. The next shade I'm gonna use is Deceased. And I'm gonna take that on a flat packer brush, and I'm gonna put this right in the center of my eye, right next to Ocean's Ice. Well, that is very pretty. That shade is really pretty. All right, now we look even more crazy. So next I'm gonna go into Ice Tray, which is the lightest blue shimmery shade in here. I'm just gonna take it on another flat packer brush. Oh my goodness, that one, a lot of fallout with that one. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it right in the inner third of the eye, right next to where I had Deceased. Oh, but it's so pretty. It's a lot of fallout, but oh my goodness, is that a gorgeous color. Okay, I'm now gonna go back in with Blue Blood and a small little fluffy brush, and I'm going to make sure that the transition color is more of like a blue color, because it's looking a little green right now for the eye look that I chose to do. So I'm just gonna blend this in with that crease. And then I'm going to take Celebrity Skin and blend that right on top of that blue, just to make sure everything is blending together nicely. Okay, so right now I'm taking a little bit of Undertaker just on the point of this fluffy brush, and it's this really dark blue shade, and I'm just putting this right above where that cut crease is, very lightly, just to give it a little dimension. Okay, so now I'm going to go wipe off the fallout on my face. I'm gonna do the rest of my face makeup, and then I will be back after I add the face makeup, the lashes, the liner, and we'll move on to the lower lash line. And I'm also going to use some of the eyeshadows for my face makeup. So I will be right back. All right, I am back. I am aware of the fact that I look like me from the Drew Carey Show. I'm aware. But we're gonna keep going as though I don't. So I already have my bronzer, blush, and everything on, but I want to go in with Cullinan, I think it's called. It's this white shimmery shade. And I'm gonna use this for my highlights. And I'm just gonna take this Morphe big fluffy brush here. Oh my goodness. It's definitely pigmented. Yeah. Holy crap. Should have went in with a lighter hand. I should have known. Okay, and then to try to calm that down a little bit, I'm going to take a really little bit of Crystal Flesh. That's a little more my skin tone. This was, I should have known this was way too light, but I'm failing at this review. I really am, and I apologize, but I needed to film with this. And I was really excited. until I saw how bad I was doing on the review. And now I just don't know. This white shade, you guys, it is intense. Okay, so now we're gonna jump into the lower lash line. And I really want to take it there. So, I'm going to take this Morphe brush. It's a little angled brush with a spoolie on the end. But I'm going to take the angled part and I'm going to go into Blue Monday. If I can find it. There it is. And since this was all neon-y and stuff, I'm going to put it on the lower lash line. The shade is working a lot better actually using a brush with it. When I swatched it before, it was a little patchy, but it works really good with the brush. Now this is obviously not wearable. It's more of just experimentation. I'm gonna take Celebrity Skin and Wealthy, which is this real light color right here, and I'm just gonna blend underneath that blue that we just put down on the lower lash line. Okay, for eyeliner, I'm just gonna use a white eyeliner. Okay, and then mascara on the lower lash line, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay, and then last but not least is lips, and I know I went really heavy on the eyes, but since makeup has no rules, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in the shade Widow's Peak. This is a black lipstick, and I'm gonna make it work. And then I'm gonna take some of Ice Tray, and I'm just gonna put it right in the middle of my lip. Alright, you guys, and this is the final look using the new Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. I know this is not 100% wearable. This is nothing that normally people would do on a daily basis. I was just experimenting with the colors, and I wanted to use as many as I possibly could. By no means am I a professional. I sit in my room with my backdrop, my camera, and my lights, and I make videos. That's all that I do. I am not trained. So if it's not up to standards, that is why, because I am not a professional. But I did really try the best that I could. The shadows really blend nicely. They really do, and they do have a lot of pigment to them. The only complaint that I have is Ocean's Ice. Yeah, Ocean Ice. It has a lot of fallout, and I know why. It's because it has so much glitter in it. Is the color pretty? Absolutely. And it has a lot of pigment to it. But it just does have a lot of fallout. The rest of the eyeshadows were beautiful. The regular shimmer metallic shades, beautiful. They go on so nice. So I do recommend this palette when it relaunches, because it is sold out right now. But when it does come back for the relaunch, get your hands on this palette. Get this palette! So thank you for watching my Jeffree Star Blue Blood unboxing and try-on. If you guys like these videos, please let me know. If you don't, please let me know. If you hate my makeup, please let me know. Just kidding, don't let me know, that's rude. But if you did like this video and you do like my makeup, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.